Hello, welcome back to my channel. Anyway, the whole world gone mad on this new Pentax half-frame camera. I've decided to introduce you to my Minolta 360 SI full automatic camera. There's no wheel on this camera. Can't do aperture. You can't do exposure compensation. I'll be shooting with this. You can change your modes from program to portrait, landscape, macro, sports and nighttime. That's it. You have a flash button, on and off, red eye remover. You have time shot, a 10-second timer shot. You have multiple exposures and you have one exposure. That's all you have in this camera. I'm going to be honest, I took 5 shots yesterday. I was out trying to get some encouragement in Limerick City, which is very hard to do with taking photos, but today I have a doctor's appointment in another county, in Tipperary, and after that then I might go for a walk and see what I can find and use this camera. This is a full frame camera. This also has on the side of it, it also has flash. Flash works obviously when it's too dark. It rises up. It also has on the side of it here, so standard photo and panoramic. I don't know if you can see that there. Right, so in the frame, we'll say this is the frame, and we'll say you click that button to go to panoramic, it automatically goes like that, but it's still using the same 35mm measurements, but it's just making it shorter on top and bottom to make it look like a panoramic shot. But yeah, full automatic. Also it's interchangeable. The lenses are interchangeable on this camera. If I can get it off. You see, you can use any other lenses. I only have the one lens, sadly enough, because I sold all my Minolta cameras last year. I thought I didn't want them anymore, but now I started collecting them again, and this camera, unlike the Pentax, what is it, Pentax 17? Is that what it's called? Unlike that, it is, I got this camera body on eBay for, 1 second and I'll tell you. €24. It takes a CR123 battery. You can still get them, they're very good battery, long lasting. The lens I'm using is 28-80. I'm actually looking for more lenses. I have another camera body there, 500 SI, and I want to put this on the 500 and get another lens for this, but just so it has its own matching lens. I want it in this color as well, silver. The other camera is black, so this would suit that camera better. But I've already gone out with the 500 SI. So I'm going to bring out the 360 SI. It is very hard to come across this camera because it's usually called 3, Minolta 3 SI. This is Japanese model. It also has the menu selecting things on the door at the back. I don't know if I look through this now, but I'll be able to show you. Should be able to see the flash pops up when it's too dark. But anyway, so I can show you through the lens. Sorry, my thing went off there. If you can see through the lens, I'm going to just pick up the camera and put it the other way around. See through there, through there, it's 35mm. Alright, so I'm just going to turn this button here. Right, now the perspective of the thing will change inside, and see the way it's gone smaller inside in it, and so I can't do it now because my hands are full, but yeah, that's pretty much panoramic view. So I might take 1 or 2 shots of that today in the panoramic view, but yeah, full automatic camera. It's not half framed, it's 35mm, and I'll be using this today. Okay, so stay tuned because I've got to get ready now to get to the hospital for my scan. Thank you. Something, there's good buildings in here. Good architecture in here as well. I like the buildings in here. Nice glass buildings and whatnot inside here. So I'm just capturing the top of this building here. I like the top of this building. There's no so it's just what I said there. There's no speed or anything on the camera. Yeah. There's no speeds on the camera, so whatever you take is just what the camera thinks it should do. So it's kind of handy that way. I saw this here before and I thought it might make a nice photo, but I'm not sure if it does now, to be honest. But yeah, I'll find something else and I'll come back to you in a minute. I just met my cousin here. He's working out here. I didn't even know. Yeah. I'll go up there a minute. Somewhere. So I better go through the stones now. With last boot on. That building there was the old University of Limerick when it first started. Whatever year that was. 2011. Always someone in a car, rooms or shot. Always like. Anyway. I'll have to walk on these stones because I know the bike won't go on for the school. So I'm just going to try and get a bit of this building in. Just there, you can see that. That's pretty much what I'm shooting there. They have this walkway and it goes between the buildings. Goes between a lot of the buildings here, and it's handy. Just connects all the buildings, so you don't have to be outside. It's ancient, it's years old. And, yeah, so I was hoping that the fountain would be turned on over there today, but it's not. So I'll continue on. See you in a minute. These 3 triangles sticking out here, or 4 triangles. I always wanted to take this shot for some reason. Sticking out here at the side of the building. Every time you come out here, there's something different. Hopefully that's not in the way. I'm just going to try and get this image without a tree in it. Because the sky is clear now, I'd like to. Can't get it without the. Can, but I'll have everything down to the bottom right. I think I might take that. Shot 13. So there's loads of stuff to photograph out here. You could spend a week out here and you'd still find something else. If you're into architecture and stuff like that. Look, another thing there. I never took a photo of this here. I like this one. And I've just literally gone 100 yards, if that. Nice leading lines off of the tree there, off the footpath. Leading lines up there. It's nice. A light on the outside of it. Would have been nice there now if I don't know why the flash is coming on. And yeah, the full program. There's nothing I can do, but all I can do is take photos. Good quirky camera if you're interested in quirky cameras. So this is still the same building. Love that the way the stairs is hidden behind the timber. Taken that shot before digitally and it doesn't work out, but let's keep going. I'm on shot 13 anyway, so I'll try and empty it here. people who did double exposure photography. If you know nothing about it, I'm just going to get a photo of these steps. But if you know nothing about double exposure photography, you should look it up. It's actually very interesting. But I can't film back that way now because there's kids and stuff back there. But so we'll go this way for a while. So if you have a camera like this and you have no double exposure sitting on your camera, on your film camera, what you could actually do is shoot a roll of film, rewind it, or put it into a dark bag and try and kind of rewind it before it ends, then take it out and press the button at the bottom and pull out the film, then re-put it back into the camera and start again, and that way then you can have double exposures. And it's so simple to do. Just keep taking more pictures over more pictures. You can do double, triples, keep on doing it. I did 6 photos on one photo one time because I had it on another Minolta camera that I could do 9, so I said I'd just do it. So I did 6. It came out very fuzzy, but as expected, like. But yeah, if you have a camera like that and you want to do double exposures, like a point and shoot, just rewind the camera, leave out the leader, put it back in and take more photos. So potentially like 48 photos, or so you'd have loads of fun with it. So, and then black and white would be like 72, so it'd be again like that Pentax camera. So you would just doing double exposures. A Pentax 17 camera. It's a bit weird. It's $500 for a film camera. You can get a film camera on eBay for 30 quid, like. Just cruising along there, and I wanted to see, was there a tree there that could give me a frame. Spotted this Y in the picture, so I'm gonna get this guy, just walking through there as well. Hopefully it'll work out okay. Hang on. I like these cameras when there's nothing to do. No faffing around with manual settings and apertures and all of that. Just take the picture. I won't spend too long here now because there's kids all over the place. I go down past these kids. I must be on their school tour or something. I never once took a photo of this. Probably saying no. You're so lazy you won't get off the fucking scooter. It's because I don't have to. Just gonna plant it here for 1 second now. I'm gonna do one of those panoramic shots with the button. It's like that guy is fast. I'm gonna put in the building there as well with a bit of the running track, and I have the rugby post over there as well in the shot with that little cone down the bottom. And also handy if I turned on the camera. I also noticed with this camera, so you're trying to take a shot and infinity, like if you're shooting into the sky, and in infinity won't shoot unless you focus on something. So that's weird. That's something new to me. But yeah, let's have a look at this church over here. I might actually go over to it. Hope that lead isn't in the way too much. Let's see. I might get that rock in there and the church. It's different. Again, I forgot to turn on the camera. Keep forgetting to turn on the camera. And yeah. So can't really record there now because the kids there and they're on the school tour or something. So I'll tune in a minute. Yeah. Just taking a shot of the pints of the. Have to move way back. 1 second. Just gonna see there. Can I get all of that in? Anyway, I met my cousin a minute ago. Claude has her name. Oh yes, I can get it all in. So I'm getting in the swimmers, the bench, the tree, the building, and the far over building in the corner. Over there. This would be nice if it works out. Awesome. Loads of colour as well, like that. Yeah. Something weird about empty benches and people sitting on the ground, isn't there? It's quite a nice shot actually. I took that in panoramic as well. Inside that building there's a climbing wall. Big huge wall. It must come out someday. Out about. Like these panoramic shots seem to fit in well. Just gonna move over here a little bit. Right dead center down the building. It's very symmetrical. Sorry, I didn't even show you what I was taking there. So basically, that's what I was taking there. The leading lines up, and then the two posts, two light posts. And yeah, place full of architecture. Only 2 shots left. Anyway, this is the shot I want to get right underneath it. So, image 23 coming up. Gonna put it back onto normal. Yes, so. I like this shadow here. shot here would actually be fantastic in black and white. How many exposures does it say I have? Well, if I take one more, I'd say it's going to go. Vista. What is it? Vista 200 ISO. Actually, a monument down here. No, see that monument? Does that not look like someone going to toilet? I'm actually going to panoramic this now as well, because I'm in a dark area, so there's no point in me. I'm going to see if I can get this shot. That was my last shot. Just rewind the back, self rewinds. Cameras are mad. These Minolta cameras are the best cameras in the world. I don't care what anyone says. Even if you pay 30 quid and that's all you get out of it, then so be it. Absolutely amazing cameras. Go check them out. So because I couldn't find it on the thing, so I typed it into Google. So for 35mm at 38 degrees, it's just at 38 degrees now. So the duration time is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Right, at 38. So I'm going to push that right to 4 minutes for the simple reason that this is out of date, and I want to see how much, if at all, I can get photos off of it. So 4 minutes I'm going to say, right, development time, and I'm going to swish it every 30 seconds. Okay, so next thing now is to get my timer. So we set up my timer. At 4 minutes. Stop. At 4 minutes. Okay. So just have tissue on at hand when you're doing this. Get this now clean. I'll give it a thorough clean in a while. Thermostat is like €4. €4 is about £2.50 on Amazon. I'm just going to take out my fix because it's hot enough. It doesn't need to be in there any longer. Plus it doesn't need to be freezing either. So I'm just going to take out my fix. Okay. My stop bat. My stop is in the attic in the dark room. Do I need it? I'll walk away without it. So, my timer ready. Okay. Now, what I tend to do is I like to put it in, then start the timer. And I also like to fill it up to here, cover the whole film. It's an old film, an older film. So I'm gonna pour it in and see how high I'm gonna put it. Some people say no, you only need to put in this much. Okay, some people say that's loads, but look, you have a bottle of it there, you might as well use it. Like, so go to there, right? You can see it's just inside. Right, there's my developer in. I've got to get my lid to the left hand side now. I don't really need that. So it's in there. I'm going to start the timer I know you're saying, oh, it's about 5 seconds too late. You're alright. It's only film. At the end of the day, it's only I only taking photos for a laugh. It's not crucial. If I don't get anything, I used to go insane before when I didn't get photos. Right now I'm just going to leave it sit there for the first 30 seconds. But yeah, I used to go insane when I didn't get photos. The photos wouldn't come up. So don't be panicking if you don't get photos. Because at the end of the day, you gotta look at it as being a learning process. Even if you're a professional, just still treat it as a learning process. If you don't get photos, you don't get photos. To figure out then why you're not getting photos. And 99% of the time, it's out of date development. Okay? That's 30 seconds. Now, I made a cup of tea for this waiting around part. My fix, I think, should be around 5 minutes. Okay? So, it's usually always around 5 minutes. Anyway, instead of using stop in a minute, I'll be using water. So I'm gonna rinse off the film for an extra 2 minutes in the. I'm gonna use that as my stop, okay? And then actually 20 seconds behind now because I got caught talking. So this is what I like to do. Sometimes I do this, rotate it all the way around. So all I'm doing is agitating the film with the developing the film. Okay. I couldn't find it on the thing on the app to develop this thing. It wasn't giving me a time. So anyway, found it on the internet. So thank God for the internet. But, yeah. So we're down to 1 minute 30 there now. So what we'll do is I'll have another cup of tea. We're waiting on for this to go down to 1 minute. Never brought out my I wasn't prepared. Anyway, 10 seconds left. Hopefully the missus won't mind me using hers. I can thoroughly wash it out. Anyway, so that's been sitting there for about a minute. So I'm down to my last 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna agitate this like this. Do it the other way. Make sure it gets in everything. Okay. Keep swirling it around. Get it. Get in the bottom. Okay. So it's coming into the cork and into the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. The time is up. We open this up. Throw that in there. Oh yeah. When you get into a film and it changes colour, don't be worrying. Okay, because that's actually normal. Scared me the first time. I was like, what's happening? So I was taking off the water. I'm gonna mix the water so it's not roasting and not freezing. So I'm gonna do this for 2 minutes. I'll wash it out for 2 minutes because I didn't bring down the stock in the darkroom. So this is my developer. I have that thing inside there somewhere. Okay, I got it all back in. to do with this as well, right? Just wash out this. Don't need soap. Just need a bit of water. Right? And that's not overpowering the film. Keep washing that there. Just try this in 2 counts. When you finish with this, okay, because I've used this 2 counts, throw the 2 count in the wash. I didn't know after my fix, right? Just gonna turn off the hot and shock it, you know, for a couple of seconds. Okay. That should be enough. Hopefully now we have take this out of the way. No. Fix me up. Same process. What I like to do is put it straight in up to where I can see it. Beautiful. This stuff on a stainless steel sink will rust stainless steel sink. Okay. And it so I'm going to set this for 5 minutes because it's usually about 5 minutes fix. So it's in there. Might as well press play and delete it. Get this a wipe. What you don't want is cross chemicals, so you don't want developer in your fix. However, about water, there's water in them anyway, because it's a water mix. But hopefully, after this though, we have photos from yesterday, and if we did, it'll be amazing. Yeah, so I'm down to the 30 seconds. I'm going to do this every 30 seconds with a 30-second break. This is how I like to do it. I know it's boring, but it's got to be done. So don't be worried. Like, I don't know what it is. Every time I develop get the fixer in the drum, it kind of tends to leak out of here for some reason. I don't know, is it because the other one is hot as well, so it's taking its time and it's heating up and it's expanding the top of it or whatnot. But yeah, I always seem to get a bit of leakage on the fix, even in black and white. And I don't even heat up the black and white, I usually keep it in the house, so it's usually about 20 degrees anyway. I had it in the shed once upon a time and I got no actual good life out of it. So I'm behind again by another 20 seconds. Tidying up the room, but not cleaning my hands. But yeah, it is what it is. Don't be too worried about it, like, you know. That's how I look at it. It's in there. It's gonna fix. All you're doing is agitating it, you know. Imagine agitating it long enough. So look, I've even gone nearly a minute now with that agitating it. It's great to have a cup of tea. It's great to do this at 20 to 7 in the morning because there's no one up, there's no kids screaming, there's no motorbikes flying around, so there's no by racers. Do it early in the morning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring just a good flow of cold water leave it run for about 10 minutes. I have it in there now for 2 minutes. All we're doing is washing all the chemical off of it. If you want to empty the container like that every now and then, I wash the thing out with soap and water. Not this now. And I'll show you. I have inside here. Cheap bottle of drink aid from our local supermarket, some stores. Yeah. Tiny little bit of that into that near the end, and we have about 2 minutes to go. Just leave it sit inside in it. It helps the film and stops it from getting watermark. Okay? And I'll come back to when I'm ready to do that, right? So, I'm down to about 4 minutes, alright? And what I usually do is turn off this. Okay, get bitter and set. That's fantastically loads. Again, that's even too much. Right, so that little bottle there lasts for ages. And just like you did before with the development of the film, and you're agitating it and whatnot. Just agitate this for about 2 minutes and get it onto the film. A friend of mine told me this one time, and don't be scared to go like pretty quick. It just stops the supposed to stop the water sticking onto the film when it's drying, so you end up then with like little lines more so than dried in bubbles, and it's easier to wipe off the little lines. They're tiny little lines, like little hair lines. It's easier to wipe them off than it is dried in bubbles. Okay, so I'm just going to keep agitating this in a second. Usually when I open this is on frothy, so then you spend the last 2 minutes washing that out. Okay, so 55 seconds left to do this. Don't be too anal about this either, this isn't crucial like. This is only to stop the water sticking to the film. Just get it in, rotate it around, turn that around, do it backwards. You know, do whatever you need to do like to get it onto the film. You can hear it going through the spool. Okay, down to 2.5 minutes. That's enough. See the way it's all bubbly. Cold water, not hot water. Wash this out. This is empty. So it's going to take a couple of bring up all the bubbles again and come back outside. Okay. Lock that in here. So we're down to 1 minute and 50 now already. Once all the bubbles are gone, you can pretty much stop. You're not thinking everything is done now. No. Please don't be panicking because the film is on the ground. Okay? It's not crucial. These are for myself. So, I'm gonna have it on white, have it on top. Turn on my camera. I'm gonna turn on my viewfinder on the back of my camera. I'm gonna get the first image. So I shoot these with the. So this is the film carrier that's in my LPL. Say it for me. Enlarger. So basically all I'm doing here now is just lining this up, trying to have as much light just concentrated around the film as possible.
because like, you know the way people leave in the holes, I kind of like go about halfway between the holes. That's what I like to do. Line up that thing. Okay, then go to the camera. Show you what it's like on the camera. So on the camera, you want your focus on, okay, because every photo has a different depth, and if you turn it off, then that means that, to me, if a photo is far away, then it's not going to be focused on far away, if you get me, because you're digitally scanning it. So have your bip on as well. So that's ready. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go, I don't need ISO, so we'll do the same speed as what the film was, okay? We're shooting raw. I'm going to shoot it landscape. I'm going to turn off the flash to I'll say shade, no, because bright. I'll say bright, daylight, because I shot it in the daylight, and so it should come up as a daylight. Self timer, I don't need 10 seconds, 2 seconds is enough, and I have the bip on. Okay, so 51.4 lens. You don't necessarily need 51.4. I just use it. Most of the time I use the 18 to 55 standard lens that comes with the camera, and I zoom in. Probably up around 48mm or whatever it is, but the 51.4 is good because it's pretty close. A lot of people say you would want to be able to fill the frame. Why do you need to fill the frame? It's the digital. What you need to do is make sure that it's focused. So zoom in there once on that, click your focus, it's focused, take the photo. Okay, now move to the next one. So this is what I do to move to the next one. So this is my carrier. So I just lift the carrier. Here I am on the next frame. Now other people have different ways of doing it, and I don't care how other people do it. This is how I do it. Okay, I have a bit of dust on there. It's gone now, thank God. So same thing again. This was 2 cranes inside in town.
Okay guys, it's been a couple of days since I was last out and with my camera, my Minolta camera. You saw me develop the film, okay? Well, the majority of it before my thing died. I'm now in my attic. It's about 20 odd degrees in the attic, but I said I'm gonna show you a way of developing color film on black and white paper. So I've picked out an image. I'll put the image up on screen, the one that I'm going to develop, but it's going to come out in black and white, not color. Okay, so don't worry, I don't have a colored head, I just have a black and white head. So this is my LPL enlarger. I'm just trying to block out a bit of light there. So it's a VCCE enlarger VC7700. It's only black and white, it's not color. There's no color dials on it. I got this from my local college, so I got no lens. All I got was the head, the stand, and the bellows. I got pretty much everything, and I didn't get the transformer. Okay, so I had all of this, the LPL enlarger, the stand. I had to buy my own lens. I had the bulb, thankfully, and the yeah, so I had to buy the enlarger from a crowd in England. I will be going back there probably shortly. Second hand
second-hand darkroom equipment.co.uk or something like that. It's a very good website, kind of an older website to work with, but they sell good equipment. They sell LPL enlargers, and they sell Dursk and other brands. You can get good quality home setups. This is obviously from a college, you know, so because it's way bigger. I'll stand at this side so you can see me in the light. But yeah, so that's my red light. Red light is on. I made up a white light so I can see what I'm doing. I bought this recently. It's an easel for from Paterson. So that was like 20 quid. There was only one left on Amazon when I went to get it, so they seem to sell out. But anyway, so I have my setup here. I have my developer, my stop, my fix, my wash water, and it looks like there's a bit of something in there, but I'll get rid of that in a minute. The it's only a bit of fluff or insulation or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so that's my setup. As you can clearly see, I don't have running water here. I don't need it. If you're doing a setup at home, you don't need running water. All you need is clean water. So I just go down into the bathroom and I get clean water and the thing, and I pour it in there. So that's my setup. I'm going to print a picture, and I have to print it in the dark, okay? So under my red light. I can't film that on the Action 4 because it has a front screen and a back screen. I could tape up the whole camera, but I kind of don't want to. But so I'll get back to you in a few minutes when I have it developed. I'll put it in the wash and we'll see what way, and I'll see what way it looks. I'll turn on the light and I can show you. Okay, so stay tuned and I'll be back to you in a few minutes. Okay, and I'll just probably switch off, and when I have everything developed, stopped, fixed, and when it's in the wash, I'll show you what it's like. Okay, so stay there and I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, I did my tester piece, and it is at 1 minute. Okay, because my bulb is only 75 watt. I'm actually going to see, can I get a brighter bulb so I can reduce the time. But anyway, my tester piece is now in, and I've also changed this around, okay, my setup here, because it's wrecking my head because the red light is up there, obviously. So when I'm all the way over here, I'm finding it hard to see it developing. Okay, so put it directly under the red light, hoping that I'll see it better. So developer, stop, fix, bat. Okay, this is my tester piece. It's in there. Just going to sit there for a couple of minutes, put out my tongs so I can transfer them without any cross chemicals. I did another test piece a minute ago. Didn't work out. I tried about 30 seconds. It didn't work out. I left it in the developer too long. It went black. That's what happens. Okay, so I did transfer it over there just to stop all the chemical reaction, and just threw it into the wash. It's fine. I don't need to do anything else. But my test piece looks to be okay. It's coming out. These are windows. Yeah, windows facing that way. It looks to be okay. So I might leave it in a little bit longer because it looks a little bit grey. So I might go. I'm at a minute there, so I might try a minute and a half. But usually, excuse me for a second. Usually when I'm doing these, my test piece usually runs up to about 2 minutes. I don't really know myself personally why that is, and I see other guys, they can do it in 10 seconds and whatnot, but I think that's got to do with the light. So how strong your light is obvious. I think is, if your light is stronger, you'll get a faster result on developing. So if I had a 150 watt bulb, my time would be reduced by two times, because it's 2 times as bright as 75 watt bulb. So that's my thinking. So this is a minute. It's still grey. I want them black. Okay, now this is coming from a coloured photo. I have no contrast filter in there either. I'm not using one for the time being. I just want to see what way it turns out. So I'm going to, I might leave it a minute and a half to 2 minutes to see what way I go. Okay, so I'll come back to you in a minute and I'll see how I get on. I might try a minute and a half and see how I get on. Okay, so stay with me. Okay, my third test looks a lot more like windows. You can see it. It's very small, but my third test looks more like windows than fog. A lot darker too. There's a contrast filter in the LPL itself, so what I might do is turn on the contrast filter and go for 2 minutes of an exposure. Okay, I'll be right back. And see the way that one is kind of foggy and this one is more clear. It's exactly the same portion of the photo, so I might go for a 2 minute exposure with the built-in filter. Okay, so the filter is in here. So this one. Okay, so I'm gonna try that and I'll come back to you in a few minutes. It's a digger outside. Anyway, I'm in the attic. It's like 4 million degrees in here, so you better appreciate this photo when it's done because I'm sweating buckets. So I'll talk to you in a few minutes. So this time I have 2 minutes. I didn't put on the filter. I said I'd chance it, see what way it looks. I think it looks spot on. So I'm going to go with a 2 minute exposure on a full 8x10 image, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, and I'll be back to you in a few minutes once I have that done. I have it all set up, ready to go. 2 minutes exposure time. That should be the quality I get with 2 minutes. So my timer decided to pause for about 20 seconds. So don't buy this express thing on Amazon because the start stop button is very temperamental and it wants to stop on its own. You barely press it like. But anyway, enough complaining. Let's get on with making the photo and see what way it turns out. I'll talk to you in a minute. So I hope this works out now. So here I am, finished print. So there, the blacks are black. See the nice yellow tone to the page. Kind of evened it out as much as I possibly could. The glass is glass. You can see it's glass. Nice reflections in the glass as well. Then we have nice edges this time, not so soft. Yeah, so darker into the sky, looks nice. It was actually a bit, if I can remember, it was actually a bit cloudy right there over that building. So for what it is, I think it turned out amazing. This one, you can see this one in the wash, it's kind of a little bit brighter. I left this develop just a little bit longer and I got nice darks here because this was black. This wall was actually black. I know it was black. And I did say to you in the video that this was I like this look and I think it'd be nice in the photo. So there you go. That's what I thought. That's how it looked and that's how it came out. So you can clearly see there's doors here, the windows up here, divider between two buildings. Yeah, so I really like that. So I went back to my old 60-year-old diesel because there's more weight in it. Doesn't really move much when you're trying to maneuver it around, so it's good. I used my medium format lens, not my 35mm lens. 35mm lens will give me a small photo on the print, so I use medium format. I'm going to look and see can I get a large format to fill that 8 by 10 frame, and get nicer, closer images to the edge. Yeah, so all good, and I'm gonna sign off now, and that's my photo. So I hope you like it, and if you do, and if you see anything that you want printed, let me know. Any of my photos, send me an email at donaldoconnell@gmail.com, and yeah, so, and I can get back to you so about homemade prints. So, alright, so there you go, homemade print at home from start to finish using a €24 camera, Minolta, I can't remember what it is, a Minolta camera, but anyway, 35mm camera, €24 it cost me, and that's the quality you're getting. Perfect. Okay, so like, subscribe, send me a message at the bottom down here or something. Alright, check out my other videos. I have another couple of videos there. A lot of them are digital, but yeah, okay. So I'm getting out of this attic because it's like 4,000 degrees. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Alright, catch you in the next video.